Okay, so this question looks like a translate word problem question. Translate word problem questions are typically 4 or more lines long. I also notice that all of the answer choices contain variables, x and y, which means I may use a strategy that I call plug in your own number, right? So notice how I do this. I'm recognizing the length of the question, so my brain immediately says, okay, I need to translate this, write down all the quantitative information, and I notice the answer choices contain variables, which tells me, maybe I need to plug in my own variables for x and y in order to answer this question. So now let's get started. A teacher is creating an assignment worth 70 points. All right, so assignment, here's my translation, equals 70. The assignment will consist of questions worth 1 point and questions worth 3 points. Okay, so x equals 1, so those are my 1 point questions, and y equals 3, those are my 3 point questions. Which equation represents this situation where x represents the number of 1 point questions? Okay, so if I had been wrong in my assumption here, because I had not read this question prior, I just would have changed things, right? So don't worry about being wrong. Just change it if what you read adjusts what you assumed. So in this case, we're confirming what I assumed, which is the equation represents a situation where x represents a number of 1 point questions, so here, and y represents the number of 3 point questions, which is here. So a teacher is creating an assignment worth 70 points. So what do I know? I know that a student is going to have some number of 1 point questions and some number of 3 point questions, and they are going to all add up to 70. So this is a little bit tricky, right? Because I said x equals 1. Really, x equals the number of 1 point questions. And really, y equals the number of 3 point questions, right? So if I'm trying to have all that add up to 70 points, then it looks like choice D is going to be the correct answer, right? Because I'm going to have x 1 point questions, right? So however many I have, 20 of those, 30 of those, whatever it is, plus I'm going to multiply the number of 3 point questions by 3, right? 3 times y, because that'll give me the total number of points associated with the 3 point questions, right? So if I have 10 3 point questions, that would mean that this value will be 30 here as a total. And that should all add up to 70 in terms of my total number of points. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, x is the number of 1 point questions, however many I have. 3y represents the number of 3 point questions, but also multiplied by the point value per question, which is 3 points. And when I add all that together, I should get 70. So my correct answer here is choice